is up, everybody? It is the Unbased Gamer here, and welcome to the first segment of Metal Monday, where we talk about some very obscure and sometimes, rather well-known metal bands. We critique them, talk about their lyrical content, and, just talk about the music content as well. I won't be playing any samples from any of their music because I do not want to mess with YouTube's algorithm right now. I do not want to risk getting a copyright strike on a channel with only 13 subscribers. So here we go. Today, we are going to be talking about the band from Japan, MergingMoon. Add special effects here. Once the channel gets big, we will add more special effects. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so MergingMoon is a melodic death metal band, although their later stuff appears to be a little bit more melodic metalcore with more electronic influences. I would actually say that these guys are leaning towards progressive metal in their later stuff, especially on their single Gravity of Spadil. At least I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Other than that, their earlier stuff is very much more classic melodic death metal, and as time has gone on, they've added some more modern elements to their music. So they're actually from Tokyo, and according to the Metal Archives, these guys are definitely still an active band. They've been active since 2010, and they usually... It says here that their lyrical themes are hate society and Japanese culture. However, when I read the lyrics, I can't seem to make out anything that they are saying, which we will go into in a little bit. However, their music is absolutely phenomenal. I love their music, and I highly recommend you go check them out. And I'll link I'll leave a link to some of their music in the description. So this band has released 2 full-length albums, and then they've released 1 EP and a couple of singles. I believe Baby One More Time, which was the cover from, Britney Spears. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm pretty sure it is Britney Spears. I may have been part of this EP. I'm not sure. Actually, no, it wasn't. Okay. So their first album, Inauguration of the Black Sun, if I actually had to give a critique on the lyrics, I would probably say it's more than likely in Japanese, although I can't really tell because they never left any lyrics here for me to actually read. But Kamikakushi, I think that's how we pronounce it, Kamikakushi, is in terms of lyrical content, it's a little bit jumbled and all over the place. Considering that this band is from Japan, it seems like what they are trying to do is they're trying to take themes that they know from their native country and they're trying to write it in English. And I tend to see this with a lot of bands that come from countries such as, even from Europe, such as Norway or Sweden. Typically the lyrics come out as being too edgy or too cringy. However, I don't listen to death metal or even any type of metal for lyrical content. I just listen to it for the music. I'm very much an instrumental guy, and if we could just eliminate singing from metal altogether, I wouldn't be super sad about it per se. Even though my band does have a singer, we don't tell Harrison that, Anyway, so we're going to take a look at a few of the lyrics here, and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to select Gran. Actually, no, we're going to go with one that I find a little more kind of funny to read, if you ask me. This is my birthday, when a girl was first tormented. It's also the day of victory of the majority. She's an evil, chasing us to kill us all, but we are taking her world, taking her wand over. We are scientists, never to talk about a yokai. Crucify the alien girl, the weird girl, and burn. When they're writing these lyrics, from what I can understand, it seems like what they're trying to write about is being different in society and being essentially ostracized from it, and in a metaphorical sense crucified for not following societal norms. However, I don't think all of the words necessarily translate over to the English language because both of them are very different. So I think that is the end result. We get lyrics that don't exactly make a whole lot of sense when they translate over to the English language. They're currently unsigned. They are still an independent band, which is kind of a shame because I wish they would take off a little bit sooner because they are really good and one of the most underrated bands in the melodic death metal scene, in my honest opinion. Um, what else do I have to say about this band? Their latest single actually was released in 2018. Gravity of Spadil was released in early 2018, so it's actually coming up on 4 years since these guys have made a single. So hopefully this video gives them at least a few more people to actually, go and listen to their stuff. But I highly doubt it because hardly anyone is probably going to watch this channel anyway. But for reasons involving YouTube copyright, I will not be playing their audio clips in this video because I don't want a copyright strike. Actually, you know what? We're going to do it anyway. The YouTube algorithm, no. All right. Yeah. I'm sure playing a sample is not going to give me a copyright strike. So we're going to listen to a sample here. So that short snippet should give you an idea. Sorry, YouTube overlords, if I have committed any crime against the copyright. I apologize. However, I don't think that's going to get me a copyright strike. Hopefully not. I said that I wasn't going to play it, and then I went back on it, and I just said, it's just a little clip. So, again, this is the first episode of Metal Monday, so as the episodes progress, we're going to get a little bit better with how we actually run the show, but this should give you an idea of how this band sounds. I do highly recommend people go listen, give them a listen. I think they are on Bandcamp as well if you want to support them. They are also on Spotify and I believe on Apple Music. At least their first, I think Kamikakushi is available on Spotify. I think their first album, Inauguration of the Black Sun, actually just went available recently on Spotify, but I think all of their stuff is on Apple Music either way. It might be a little bit scattered because of copyright and other stuff, but that kind of sums up the first episode of Metal Monday. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode, and see you next time.